One of the hottest food districts in Atlanta is here on the sizzling west side. The team that brought us Sugo, Double Zero Napolitano, and Iberian Pig brings us another standout. For fresh seafood, meats, small plates, and a killer cocktail program, you can take a trip to the Basque region without leaving Atlanta. We're at Cooks and Soldiers.
Cooks and Soldiers is a restaurant that really focuses on the regional cuisine of Basque Country in northern Spain and southern France.
We try to give you a little bit of everything that you'll find, from the very approachable, very rustic cider houses. You get a lot of real traditional, real rustic dishes there, served family style. And we also like to represent the more modern, molecular side of Basque cuisine that you'll find all along the pincho bars.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the small plates here. I love to come here to share. How are you guys with sharing? Does that work well on a girls' night?
Yes, we have shared everything and then reordered the stuff that we really like 2 to 3 times.
A pincho is a replacement in Basque Country for the word tapas, but pincho is very Basque specific. Everything is kind of meant to share, everything is meant to hold. You don't get a lot of the sit-down, big, heavy knife and fork type meals in Basque Country because everyone eats standing up.
The food's amazing.
It's fantastic.
Delicious.
I also am a big kid who refuses to grow up, so my food is inherently a bit playful, which only kind of, makes it pair perfectly with the culture of Basque cuisine. We're gonna showcase tuna and frutas, which is translate to tuna and fruit. All right, so we're gonna sear our white albacore tuna, and we're gonna start by applying a bit of a buttermilk creme fraiche. Next step is to add some of our melons. We've got some honeydew and cantaloupe that we've compressed with a bit of mint tea. Next, we'll take our local Georgia heirloom tomatoes, and we're gonna just dress those with a bit of olive oil, salt and pepper. It is a bit of an odd combination, which a lot of the combinations that we do here, we try to find really original flavor pairings. And then we're gonna apply our 2 last garnishes, one being our port gelée, which is just a cooked down tawny port made to a fluid gel with the use of a bit of agar-agar. And lastly, we've got a bit of hydro watercress. And there it is, tuna and frutas.
Cooks and Soldiers is located in West Midtown. I really felt strongly about this market for years. It's been really growing, and now it's kind of hit a crescendo. We felt like we could bring something really unique and different to this location.
What do you think about the whole west side vibe in Cooks and Soldiers? Why do you love this part of town?
I love this part of town because it's so eclectic. You never really know what you're going to find, who you're going to run into, and there's so much to do and see. It's always so vibrant.
It's great to see restaurants and more venues and things opening on this side of town. So it's like a whole new place to come to.
Cooks and Soldiers brings Basque cuisine to the ATL. Start with a bevy of small plates, like the addictive Rioja braised veal cheeks. Don't even think about missing the whole fish, grilled over a wood fire and stuffed with garlic chips and mojo verde. Finish up with a playful take on a childhood breakfast favorite, cereal milk croquettes with toasted marshmallows and a citrus berry reduction. Now that's the perfect order. When we come back, it's more with Mara at Cooks and Soldiers as she dishes on the perks of sharing and scopes out the best seat in the house. Atlanta Eats is back.
So tell me what you ordered tonight, what you loved.
I think we ordered a lot of things. One of the things that I really enjoy most is letting other people order. And so for tapas, I didn't even look at the menu. I let other people order, and I knew I was going to be taken on a flight. And that's great about this place.
You know, the really great thing about Landon is he's creative, but he also knows how to develop flavors. And that's really the hardest thing as a chef. Oftentimes, it's either one or the other. You can make awesome grandma-style cooking that's just great, delicious flavors, or you can make this really elegant, beautiful, plated dish, but it's hard to bring both together. And I feel like with this menu, he's been able to do both.
I'll definitely try some of our heavier dishes from the especiales side. This is our veal cheek. This one's kind of it's hot, it's stick to your ribs, very unctuous. A traditional dish from the Basque region. We see veal cheek used all over the pinchos bar there. We're gonna start with our potato puree. This is a simple classic French potato puree, only 2 ingredients, butter and potato. So these are our veal cheek. It's been cooked for about 2.5, 3 hours. It kind of forms its own natural gravy. Right on top of the potato puree itself with a touch more of the sauce. We've got a pea puree. These were meant to be a little bit tongue-in-cheek so that we got to say it was served with peas and carrots. But of course we got to make everything a little bit different here. And then these are strips of carrot that we've then pickled. These give a nice contrast to all the dish and add some acid. There we go. Our veal cheek with peas and carrots.
Melt in your mouth. And the flavor is awesome.
Their ribeye, that thing comes out, it's huge, and it's great. It's the smoky flavor, everything about it is phenomenal, but you gotta come ready to eat, period.
The restaurant really is ideal for some larger groups because you're able to get a lot of the menu. You're able to try a lot of the small plates, the pinchos. You're also able to get into the larger format dishes. It's pretty awesome.
Excuse me, I think there's enough for me.
Grab a plate.
Definitely.
All right, you guys can keep eating.
One of the best meals in Atlanta.
We want this to be as much of a gathering of a few hundred of our closest friends as it is a nightly service of a restaurant. We like to have fun. We all have fun in our lives, in our job. Relax, kick your feet up, get a little loud. There's no cell phone rule, no hat rule. We're not going to give you a rule book to come and enjoy yourself.
So you're a girl after my own heart because I love to sit at the bar.
Always.
When you come to Cooks and Soldiers, do you sit at the bar?
I've been at a table once in the past 9 months it's been open.
What do you think about the cocktails here? Because this is a serious cocktail program.
Love them. I love them.
We make our own tonics in-house, and we have a number of different tonics to choose from, and there's a lot of other cocktails that use Spanish ingredients as well to kind of bring that into classic cocktail culture.
Talk about the drinks. So what have you guys ordered? What makes a girls' night extra special here?
Craft cocktails are great. Anything with gin or whiskey is the way to go, and this has gin, so very happy with that.
I get the gin and tonic with kiwi. It's really good.
I had a dirty martini, and she had a cosmopolitan. And you could go from here to here on either one of them. And both of them were perfect.
We really want our diners to have a feeling that they've experienced something that you can't really find at other Atlanta restaurants. There's a little bit of everything all over town, but there's nothing we feel quite like Cooks and Soldiers.
Have you ever been to the Basque region of Spain?
I have not, but I would love to go. Great food makes you want to go everywhere.
Absolutely. Let's go together.
Let's go now.
Oh, now. All right, we're going to Europe, everybody.